Okay. My name is Rory Webb. I'm from Atlanta, Georgia. In the summer of 2007, I was 350 pounds. I was working as an event management consultant. I had a meeting planning event management company. I was traveling around, staying in luxury hotels, eating all kinds of luxury foods, and just really abusing my body. I was one of these people who refused to go to the doctor unless I figured if I was going to go to the doctor, it was going to be in an ambulance. If it needed to be that serious to go see a doctor. Well, I had a bruise on my foot that kept growing larger and larger. And then it started growing I had another bruise appear on my other foot, and it also started growing larger, what I thought was a bruise. And I remember one day we had an ice storm here in Atlanta, and I was standing out at the mailbox talking to my neighbor, and she said, "How can you be out here in your bare feet?" And I said, "Oh, I don't feel the cold." And when I went inside, I actually felt my foot, and it was ice cold. And I thought, I can't feel it. There's something wrong. I still put it off. When the bruise started to grow more in the summer, I think it was, I believe, August 1st of 2007, I went to see a doctor at a walk-in clinic, and they diagnosed me as a diabetic type 2, and they said that I had an advanced case of neuropathy. And then they pulled me into a side room to tell me that I needed to start preparing myself for the possibility that I would have my toes amputated. They went on to say that about 10,000 amputations take place every year in the United States for diabetic neuropathy. So needless to say, that was sort of an eye-opener. I eliminated sugar from my diet, and I lost some weight, probably about 20 pounds over the next couple of months. But the neuropathy seemed to be getting worse. A friend of mine from Birmingham who called me and said, "You need to go look at this company that has these magnetic insoles that there's been some research and study that shows that could help the neuropathy." She said, "Just go take a look." And she sent me up to here in Atlanta to visit Jack and Sherry Clark. I came and visited them. Now, I have to say that she also told me there was a business attached to this. And when I showed up, first thing out of my mouth was, "I don't want anything to do with this business, but if you can save my toes, I want your products." And so they were wonderful. They explained everything to me. They sent me home with a sleep system to try, with some water, and with some insoles. And I'm one of the lucky people who had a miraculous, immediate result from the sleep system. Prior to this, I was a thrasher in bed. The sheet would be on the floor, the pillowcase would be on the ceiling fan. I was a thrasher. I'd even been known to clear off an end table during my sleep. People would always ask me, "Do you sleep well?" And I'd say, "I sleep great," because I figured if I slept through that, I had to be sleeping good. I didn't realize that was actually a sign I wasn't sleeping well. And so I also would wake up every morning with severe leg cramps. And when I say severe, there had been times that if there had been a saw any place nearby, I seriously would have considered taking my leg off. The pain was so severe. Of course, also, even though my feet were numb all the time, in the middle of the night, it would feel like somebody took an ice pick and just jammed it into my foot. I would just wake up with this horrible pain in my foot. I also took Tums by the handfuls. Obviously, my size, I think, had a lot to do with that, but I would take Tums by the handfuls. I had so much of a gas issue that there would be times where if I was laughing, I would actually throw up. And I noticed within 2 or 3 days of drinking the water and sleeping on the sleep system, I no longer had leg cramps. I slept straight through the night. I woke up feeling like I did back in college when you get out of bed and just feel rested and ready to go. I hadn't felt that way in a long, long time, and I'd forgotten what it was like. I no longer, as a matter of fact, that was November of 2007, and I haven't taken a Tums since, and we're in 2009 now. So I've lost 100 pounds, and I didn't really change any exercise or diet. I think it's just getting a good night's sleep and drinking the water instead of diet soda, which I drink 6 2-liter bottles of diet soda a day. And if anyone knows a diabetic, you know that they're always thirsty, always trying to quench that thirst. And it just, I can never quench it. Now, the Pie Mag water, I travel with it. I can't live without it. But I am so eternally grateful to my friend Kay Hendricks in Birmingham, who told me to go visit Jack and Sherry Clark, and Jack and Sherry Clark for all they've done for me. Um, Buying a wellness home was the absolute best investment I've ever made in my life. I started sharing it with other people, and I became a consultant because I wanted the consultant discount. Went stupid. So, but I had no desire to do the business. Well, I was so impressed. I was telling people about it. And they're like, well, where can I get this water? Where can I get the sleep system? And I just kept telling them, well, call Jack, because they sell it. Call Jack. And so Jack was putting things under me, and I was getting checks. And I finally decided, I really enjoy helping other people, and that this is possibly, a career that would be really fulfilling to me. And so one day I sold my meeting planning company and decided to go full-time Nikken. And I would do this for free. The rewards are just so great, but the fact that you can get a check for it is kind of nice too. But that's my story. And I have all 10 toes. My neuropathy is reversed. The color's back. I have feeling in my feet. Matter of fact, it's funny. I was walking the other day and I stepped on a little pebble and it hurt, and I started laughing. And everybody's like, "Why are you laughing if it hurt?" And I said, "Because it hurt," and I'm excited about that. So, I'm forever grateful to Jack and Sherry, Kay Hendricks, and Nikken for giving me my life.